Appdome is taking on AI-generated deepfake attacks head-on. It has just unveiled 30 deepfake detection plugins to stop attacks inside the mobile app, stopping attackers in their tracks. With us now for more is the CEO and co-creator of San Francisco-based Appdome, Tom Tovar. He is in Metro Manila now attending the annual CyberSecPhil conference. So good to have you here, Tom. Thank you so much for joining us and welcome to Manila.
Thank you for having me. I'm really enjoying the time here, and thanks for being here. Thanks for having me here. Sorry.
Right. You know, the emerging threats really are coming from a sort of an AI versus AI setup. That's what we're seeing. Generative AI going for those deepfakes and the good guys trying to prevent that.
Exactly.
What's the situation now when it comes to the Philippines? Because we're very mobile phone savvy.
Yeah.
In a good way.
In a good way.
If you could put it that way.
Yeah, I think the Philippines certainly is a mobile-first economy. The Filipino people embrace mobile like no other economy in the world. The number of applications that an average Filipino uses is about 11. The time in applications is higher than the global average. You have a massive adoption of e-wallets and things of that nature. So the good and bad of that is embracing technology at that rate and at that scale also brings with it some challenges. And one of those challenges is how do you protect authentication? How do you protect user login? Things of that nature. And deepfakes are one of the top attack vectors that have emerged in the last 2 to 3 months.
Right, and it comes at a time that it's a midterm election year, and that really is a big risk.
Yeah.
Because we are going to have to protect the ballot in a lot more ways than we used to.
Yeah, I think AI in particular has a unique threat posture or unique threat signature. It opens up to not just face cloning and image substitution and things of that nature, but it can also be used for voice cloning. So you might think you're getting a call from your government official when in reality it's not. It might sound like them, it might appear like them, videos might surface and stuff like that. So AI has the potential of also being a mechanism for disinformation as much as it is a wonder to use just in a legitimate way as well for business and efficiency and so forth.
Generative AI at that. It's a level higher, if you will.
Absolutely.
So how can we now tell which one is fake and which is not?
Yeah, so I get asked that question a lot. I get asked, what can the average consumer do to kind of keep themselves safe? The reality is the line between what's real and not real is not that bright anymore. And so it's very hard for the average consumer to really kind of know when something's fake versus not. So I really think the responsibility is on the brands and the people who provide the applications to consumers to step forward and put the kinds of detections in the application that are going to keep users safe and are going to detect those methods of infiltration, those methods of manipulation, those methods of substitution that AI needs to get fake content and fake images into your user experience.
So you needed 30 plugins today in the
Yeah,
launch.
yeah.
And is that like the Philippines as a case study for whether it'll work out?
No, I think we've released it globally. I think the threat of deepfakes is and AI, the promise as well, but the threats likewise are a global challenge. I think particularly with face recognition bypass and deepfakes, we've seen the facial recognition industry kind of like, kind of swallow hard on this really, really fast-moving threat. So we came out with our defenses to really kind of keep the world safe.
Yeah, I want to take this a step further and get into policies, because ever since President Trump came to office, he removed all the protections on AI.
Yeah.
How is that now going to define where Appdome is going to go?
Yeah.
Because from a cybersecurity perspective, there's a lot more risk there.
Yeah.
There are no protections.
Yeah, the Trump administration, at least to date, has definitely had a shift in policy. The first Trump administration put in place some executive orders that attempted to strengthen cybersecurity. And certainly, now it seems like there's been a shift in that policy, or at least somewhat. I think the fundamental job of keeping individuals safe and consumers safe, it's still there, and great cybersecurity leaders and great cybersecurity professionals will always pick up the flag and look for ways to keep folks safe. We're going to do our part on the mobile experience and within mobile apps, and I know that there's other great companies out there that are going to continue to do the same thing regardless of what the government policies are. Remember, we all have a duty to keep each other safe.
And consumers as well, and not to click too quick.
Exactly, exactly.
Thank you so much for joining us, Tom. All the best.